Another unique
in Islamic religion, we know that Muslims really worship Muhammad and they praise him. Actually, his name is the praised one. So they replaced him. They replaced Allah, their God, by Muhammad. Because if Muhammad is the praised one, so who is Allah? As you see in the front of our eyes here, we have a Muhammadan, and he is praising Muhammad again and again. And why Muhammad is the champion of human right? He says that Muhammad, he said,
contemporary world, he says, there stands a crying need for the propagation of this Islamic virtue. And very similar.
Now he is quoting someone, his name is Arnold. Okay, and what does this have to do with the Prophet Muhammad? Let us go and move a little bit. And he play for you about black people who convert to Islam, they are black, like Muhammad Ali, etc. People, they love money, but we know that all Islam is about money. Is it your God? He promised you gold and silver and sex in heaven. All of it is about material. And then he go and, he quote for us what Muhammad, he said, that in Islam, there is, I don't know where the part, let us see, maybe in the beginning. In Islam, there is the Prophet said, here we go.
Arab, nor for a non-Arab over an Arab, nor for a white-skinned person over a black-skinned person, nor for a black-skinned person over a white-skinned person, except by virtue of their righteousness.
If we ask the Muhammadan where we can find this hadith, we will find that it's not located anywhere in any of the authentic books. If I quote a hadith from the same book, the Muslim will reject. Do you see the hypocrisy? If this hadith is authentic, so why it is not in al-Bukhari? Why it is not in Muslim? Why it is not in at-Tirmidhi? Why it is not in any of those 6 Islamic hadith? And if Muhammad is a person against discrimination, well, isn't it Muhammad, he said, and let us show on the screen, that Allah created the black people and he said to them, you go to hell, and he created white people and he said to them, you go to heaven? Does that make sense? So Muhammad, he says there is no difference between black and white, yet he said that Allah created the black to go to hell. We don't say things without proofs and reference. So let us show you together what Muhammad said. And now we will show you from authentic book, not non-authentic. This is Sahih al-Tirmidhi, the authentic Tirmidhi, hadith number 38. Allah Messenger, peace be upon him, said, Allah created Adam when he created him, and he struck his right shoulder, and there emitted from it white offspring, as if they were white ants. And then he struck the left shoulder, and there emitted from it black offspring, and they were like charcoal, He said to those who they are emitted from the right shoulder, which means the white, you go to paradise, and I don't mind, or I don't care. And then he said to those who they are emitted from the left shoulder, you go to hell, and I don't care. So how those two statements, they match? I mean, if Islam does not discriminate between black and white, if Islam is not, it's based on your belief, how good you are, how nice you are, well, according to Muhammad, it was a destiny. And you see, when Muhammad, he mentioned the right shoulder, right present right, left present wrong. So Muhammad, he chose that the offspring of the white race is coming from the right shoulder of Adam. Look like Muhammad, he never heard of something called testicles. I knew it. I knew it from the beginning, that Adam, he used to have sex with his wife from his shoulder. But, you need the proofs. But Muhammad, he provided us with the proof. So as you see here, this is a very racist, ugly, disgusting statement. And this is authentic book. This is authentic book. Now, if we continue and speak about a human right, if we continue speaking about discrimination for black people as an example, we have tons of hadith. Speaking of discrimination, actually, if you go in the same book of Musnad Ahmad, let me see, hold on. I just remember something. The same book, just to show you. What is the price of the blood of a person he is black? In the same book. Is it equal to someone he is white? Let us see. Let me try to find. Actually, you know what? Better even than the book, better than the hadith. Let's go to the Quran. I mean, the Muslim, they will say this hadith is right away. They will say the same book they mentioned this hadith from. They will say we don't accept from there. So let us go here to the Quran, and you will see how Islam discriminates between white and black, free and slave. Chapter 2, verse number 178, it says, in the case of murder, the law of equality, in case of punishment, this is a murder. This is not a mistake killing or somebody, you know, by mistake kill somebody. Let us say you are throwing an arrow at the deer and then you hit somebody, you kill him. No, this is in the case of murder. All right. If you don't like this translation, you see the Muslim translation is very funny. It says al-qisas. But why don't translate that? They say the law of equality in punishment. What does that mean? And then he continues saying, it's prescribed for you in the case of murder, free for the free, slave for the slave, and female for the female. So if a free white Arab man, he killed a free white Arab man, the white man will be killed. But if a free white Arab man killed a black slave, he will not be killed. We will kill his slave. And if you kill a female, you know, we will kill your female. And you will see here discrimination start from being white, and you are superior, and then going down to you are black or a slave, and then you go down, you know, to a female for female. Now, a Muslim, he might say to you, the interpretation is false. It doesn't say that, CP. We can go right now and see the interpretation. Chapter 2, verse number 178. And this is official government of Jordan, if we can call it government. The king there is just a potato, you know, he's just come back. This is why he claimed to be from the descendant of Muhammad. He perfectly fit in that field. And this is the interpretation. You can read any interpretation you want, and you will see clearly that a free man will not be killed for a slave man, you know, slave for a slave. A slave who killed another, okay, a female killed another, killed another, blah, 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 blah. Actually, let us go into a shorter one, Al-Jalalain. This is long. And the Muslims, by the way, they agree that even there is something called the price of a blood. So Muslims allow you to kill if you pay the family money and they are satisfied. You are free. You get out. You know, there's no punishment. It says here, "O who you believe, and prescribe for you obligatory for you is retardation, equality terms regarding slain both in attribute, blah 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 blah." And then he says, "A free for a man is killed for a free man, not for a slave." Do you see it? Let me zoom in. Not for a slave, and a slave for a slave. This is not my interpretation. This is the interpretation of the Muhammad. So Muhammad is a champion of human rights. Why? Because he said, according to them, that in Islam, in the best of you in front of Allah is not the one who is white or black, is the best in religion. But isn't it Muhammad, he says that he is from the best of mankind, and his tribe is the best of the Arab, and the Arab are the best of mankind? Let us see. uh, as long all people are the same. So what Muhammad is saying here, and we can show you tons of hadith about that. How Muhammad, he loved to show off, and he claimed that no, people are not equal. People are not equal according to Muhammad. If we go to the hadith, the book of Shish Kebab, Hummus, the yellow pages of Islam, it says, let us see, I'm just trying to find the exact, I see I have tons of hadith in front of me, but I want to find, something in English. So I do not need to use Google Translation. Okay. Read with me this hadith and let us see. I think we will find this one here. And here you will see the white supremacist Muhammad clearly. It says, I said, O Messenger of Allah. And by the way, you know, if you don't like this hadith here, we can find a ton of hadith about this. And they will say to you, this is da'if, you know. And the funny here, they say to you, it's da'if, this hadith. But in a Muslim website, in order to answer this fatwa, they quote it, which means it is sahih. Do you see the hypocrisy? Here, it says da'if. Here, and this is the official Islamic website of answering Muslims who speak Arabic. And this is the fatwa number. Here, it says sahih. It says accepted. Otherwise, why they will quote it? You know? And here they are quoting for you that Muhammad is from the best of mankind. So if we read here, and we can use Google Translation for that page, it says that the Prophet stood upon the member, the same place he mentioned that story about no black, no white, the same location, the same chair, the same, who I am. They said, you are Messenger of Allah. Upon you peace. He said, I am Muhammad, the son of Abdullah, the son of Abdul Muttalib. Indeed, Allah created the creation, and he put me in the best of a group of them, and he made them into two groups. So he put me in the best of the group of them, and he made them into tribes, and he put me in the best of the tribes, and he made them into houses, and he put me in the best of the houses. Let us find different hadith, because this one, they will say to you is da'if, don't you see? I mean, so a Christian prince is quoting for you a da'if hadith. Let us find a hadith which is sahih. Remember carefully, the best for you is the one who is righteous in front of Allah. But Quraysh are not. Quraysh, the Quran, have tons of verses about how evil they are, how ugly they are, how disgusting they are. So look at this. The Messenger of Allah said, Allah has chosen Ishmael from the children of Ibrahim. And then he chose Banu Kinana from the children of Ishmael. And then he chose Quraysh from Banu Kinana. And then he chose Banu Hashim, which means his family, from Quraysh. And then he chose me from Banu Hashim. But all the tribes he mentioned, they are kuffar. So how the best of you is the one who is more who fear Allah? Do Quraysh fear Allah? And why you are the best of mankind? And what make those Arab? Based on this, well, who is Abraham then? And just to make it more horrible to Muhammad, if the Quran is saying there's no difference between black and white, and there is no difference between Arab or non-Arab, so how we explain this verse? Chapter 2, verse 130. If you don't like the translation, you can change from your side. So let us love together. And the one who turned away from the religion of Ibrahim, between two brackets, i.e. Islamic monotheism, which is funny, except whom who befools himself. Truly we choose him in his word, and verily the hereafter he will be among the righteous. Okay, so Abraham or Ibrahim, he is chosen. Well, the Christian, they say the same. The Jews, they say the same, right? Well, you know, Abraham, he chose God, you know, he to believe in God. But if you go a little bit down 2 verses, you will see. Actually, let me show you even better verses, just to make it more clear, because some people, they might say, this is not really clear. Chapter 29, verse number 27. It says, and we bestowed on him, Ibrahim, Isaac, and Jacob, and ordained among his offspring the prophethood and the book. So, do Muslims believe that there is a group of people, they are chosen and they are higher than others? Let us continue. The Quran went even farther, saying that the Jews are the highest in the world. Chapter 2, verse number 47. Chapter 2, verse 122. Chapter 6, this is a different one, but let's go with the Jews first. And chapter 45, verse number 16. Let's go with the shortest. O children of Israel, remember my favor which bestowed upon you, that I preferred you from all al-alamin. Alamin, it means even between the genie and the human, not only the human. So the Jews are the best of mankind. They are the best. Allah, he favored them. But we just saw Muhammad claiming that he is from the best tribe and the tribe of Quraysh, but they are kuffar. And Quraysh is from Kunana, and they are kuffar, etc., etc. So all those tribes who they are kuffar, Muhammad claimed they are the best of mankind, and he is chosen from the best. Here we find the opposite. Muhammad is not from the Jews. He is not from the children of Israel. And as you see, Allah, he favored them upon all mankind. Then if we go to chapter 3, verse number 110, we will find the following. You are the best nation was or coming to human being. Who? The Arab in front of him. Remember, the Quran says, we never send a messenger except speaking the tongue is of his people. So when he speaks to the Muslims who they are the Arab. You are the best of mankind, but are thought the Jews are the best of mankind. In order to understand the best of mankind and how Islam stands for a human right, we have to go to this hadith here, where it says, that Muhammadan are the best of mankind, specifically the Arab. Why? Because they bring everybody with the chain around their neck. Remember the name of the video of that guy saying that this is the Muhammad is the champion of human right. He is the champion of a human right. You are the best of people ever raised up for the benefit of mankind. Did you see here it says ever raised? But we just showed you that the Jews were the preferred, even between a human and genie. Muhammad now claimed that the Arab is way higher than the Jews. Forget about the Jews. This is all the news. So you are the first ever raised for the benefit of mankind. And when you see the word benefit, you say to yourself, that's good. I mean, for the benefit, they will make cars for us. They will feed us. They will make medicine. Muhammad, he made it so clear. The best of mankind for the mankind is those who bring them with the chain around their necks until they embrace Islam. And here we understand how Muhammad is a champion of a human right. I mean, it's obvious that he is champion of a human right. He want to bring you, and this is why Islam was very peaceful, attack everybody, went all the way to Spain, took almost half of Europe, they conquer Constantinople, they went all the way, they killed 80 million Indian in India alone. 80 million. You know, the Muslims, they made articles about what the white man did when he came to America. But they will not make article about how many Christians they killed in Iraq, in Syria, in Jordan, how many barbarian killed in Morocco, in Tunisia, Algeria, how many Coptic they slaughter. I mean, no, this is nothing happened there, you know. But everything is in front of us. Prove that Muhammad is absolutely racist. And then racism of Muhammad go farther, where he claimed that even in the day of judgment, human being, they will be divided between two races, white and black. White and black. Let us see how this white and black work. In chapter 3, verse 106, in the day of judgment, Allah will make a human race into two races, which means there is no Asian, you know, forget about the Asian now. There's only white and black. All those who they are not Muslims, they will be black. All those who they are Muslims, Allah will make them extremely white. Now, some might say to you, well, he is lying. You can read and the interpretation and you will see. And not only that, if we go to chapter 27, verse number 82, and we can read the interpretation for that from Ibn Kathir, you will see that Allah, he will send a beast from the ground, and that beast have the stick or the staff of Moses and the ring of Solomon. And then this beast is going to hit the believer in his face, and the believer, he will turn extremely white, and will hit the disbeliever in his nose, and he will turn extremely black. And then when people, they gather in the market, this is before the day of judgment, this is resurrection. Now you are resurrected, everybody is gathering, there's still a market, which is funny. And then when people, they gather together, they say, oh, he's a believer, oh, he's a disbeliever. How they knew? Because you are white or black. Let us see. Okay, I choose. We have to go to 82. Okay, 82. Here we go. All right. It says here, when the word fulfilled against them, we shall bring them out of the earth, the beast, for them, who speak to them, because mankind believe not with certainty. So now it's judgment day, and you are sending them a beast, and the beast will speak Quran. That's funny. But, you know, the beast, he sent the beast. And the one who teaches Quran is coming from the earth, from the ground. And then Muhammad here, he quote in this hadith here, that this is a sign of the day of judgment, and one of them is the beast who will come. But let us see about what this beast will do. Let us go down. You will see here it says that a beast will emerge from the earth and will have the staff of Moses and the ring of Solomon, and it will strike the nose of the disbelievers with the staff, and he will make his face, the believer, bright with the ring. In fact, it says white bright, not white, not bright. In order to discover if this is the word white really exists or not, you go down a little bit, and you will see this is a description of the beast. And if you read something from the Bible, you will see something similar that will ring a bell for you. Check it out. Then you will see here it says, so it will bring out the staff of Moses and the ring of Solomon, and there will be no believer left without making white spot on his face, which will spread until his face is shining white. See how they lie when they present for you? Like in the same story, just a few lines before they took the white off, they make it shiny, bright. So it's a white spot, and then you will become white, shiny white. As a result, will be no disbeliever left without making a black spot on his face, which will spread until his face is black as a result. Here you will see that even the discrimination of color in the day of judgment, because according to the Quran, then being black is a bad thing, and being white is the right thing, is the good one. And that is in total agreement with the hadith we showed you in the beginning, where Muhammad, he said that Allah created the black from the left shoulder, and he said to them, you go to hell, wala ubali, which means I don't care. And he said to the one who they are from the right shoulder, you go to heaven, or the white, and I don't care, wala ubali. And this is authentic hadith. And for sure, because now the hadith is embarrassment, the Muslim, they will say, we reject it, we don't accept it. But if we continue, we will find discrimination of a human right is all over the place. You know, when somebody speaks about a human right, is that including beating the women? The champion of human right? So Muhammad not only discriminate in the case of murder between black and white, not only discriminate in the judgment day that all the one who will enter heaven, only white can enter, not only discriminate that he's claiming that his nation, his tribes, so they are kuffar, they are the best of mankind, and he was chosen from the best. What about beating your wife? In chapter 4, verse number 34. Maybe this is a champion of a human right too. But we will let that one go. Forget about beating the wife. What about the inheritance of the wife or the women? A man, he take two equal, or he equal to two women in the inheritance. What about being a witness in the court? A woman, she is not even allowed to witness in any case, in the case of murder or capital punishment, only in the case of borrowing money, and it have to be two women at least and one man. What about marriage? Marriage. Can the women have 4 husbands? No, the man can have 4 wives, but the woman, she cannot. Can the woman divorce her husband by text message? This is a privilege only for the man. And if he like, he can switch the privilege to her, but this is his decision. Can a woman force the husband for divorce? Yes, she can, but she have to make him agree. So how she can force him? She did not force him. She will tell him, I don't want your money, I don't want your furniture, I don't want your gift, I don't want your property, I give you everything you gave me back, divorce me. If he agree, then she is divorced. It's called al-khula. But the man, he do not need any of those. He just can say, send text message, and the wife, she is divorced.